Hello my lovelies, and welcome back to your weekly guidance for the 16th to the 22nd of March. And as always, I do love seeing you guys here. I love hearing from you and seeing how the cards relate to you. It really does excite me. So let's just dive straight in. So as always, get yourself comfortable, centre yourself. You may wish to close your eyes or leave them open, it's entirely up to you. And if you take some deep breaths, breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth, and just settling and allowing yourself to connect with your higher self. And as you do this, you can then either open your eyes, or if you already have your eyes open, then just allow yourself to be drawn to a pile or a crystal, whichever one it is that you feel drawn to the most. And then once you've picked your pile, stick with your pile. Don't switch, don't change. If you do feel drawn to more than one pile, you may watch more than one pile because there may be messages in there that you need to hear. And then all you need to do is go to the section below and find the timestamp for your pile and watch. It's that simple. Welcome pile 1. So you have picked the Angel Light crystal. Now this crystal is, I love it. For the fact that it's got angel in it, but it's quite a calming, sort of soothing stone. It does help to kind of find your voice and helps overcome any anxieties or fears that you may have. It's also a very spiritual stone, helping you connect with yourself, your higher self, your spirit guides, angels, whatever you're trying to connect with. So very good. I love this one. Let's see what cards we've got. We have Take the Lead. We also have Good Fortune, and the energy is gaining momentum. So with these cards here, first of all, it just feels so connected. I'm also going to get my book in a minute to give you because you have the number 58 on this card, and I want to give you the angel number meaning to it because I found them so relatable. So it's something that I'm bringing into my readings as well. So Take the Lead, and the energy is gaining momentum here. Now these cards feel like we need to be taking charge. We need to be going for things. We need to start doing the things that we are wanting to do. It's almost like I've been feeling like the anxieties, like I come back to the stone, the crystal here of the Angel Light, where anxieties, fears, all that side of stuff feels like it's been holding me back. So now I want to start taking the lead. I want to start moving forward, start believing in myself more, and knowing that what I'm going to be doing is going to work. It's that belief in ourselves. It feels like this is going to be, you've got the Good Fortune and the energy is gaining momentum. So it feels like whatever you have either started or whatever you are doing, whether it's a situation, whether it's work, whether it's finances, whether it's relationship, it feels like things are progressing. It feels like we're finally seeing movement, we're finally moving. It's almost like we've been in a stagnant phase or a self-doubt phase. So now we're moving forwards, things are feeling good. And the Good Fortune card here is saying yes. Yes, this is like a yes card. This is anything you've been thinking of doing. Yes, do it. It's gonna work out. Stop questioning it. Stop telling yourself you can't, because you can. Things are looking up. What you create now will have longevity. Sudden financial gain, a moment of calm, and there may be also some birth announcements coming up. One moment while I just get my book. It's right there. Right, number 58. The bumps on your journey are now being ironed out. Know that the worst of the situation is over. Again, that strong feeling of, come on, we're getting out of this phase now. Start believing in ourselves. Know that the hardest part is done and we're moving forward. What we are wanting, what we have been dreaming for, we can get. We can definitely create that momentum of movement forwards. So definitely take charge, go for it, do whatever is feeling right to you and just run with it because it feels good. So that's what I have for you, my lovelies, and I hope you have a wonderful week. Welcome, pile number 2. So you have picked the clear quartz crystal, which is a master healer, so great healing property to this and just opening yourself up. Great for kind of shifting any negativity, helping clear your aura. Let's have a look at the cards. So you have the end of a tough cycle approaches, which I'm pretty sure was the card of the day yesterday. We also have release, and we have fox spirit as well here, which says think on your feet, which I think came up last week as well. So let's have a look. For you, it feels like straight away I'm coming here. So an end of a cycle, a tough cycle is coming to an end. So it feels like we have been either feeling depressed, we haven't been in control of our emotions, we have been lacking in knowing how to move forwards or where to move forwards, how do we get out of this. Also, some of us may have been feeling a little bit of a victim in the situations that we have found ourselves in, and that's fine. That is completely normal to feel that way as well. So don't feel guilty for the way that you have maybe been feeling. Excuse me. So I want to say it's time. So with the release here, it says it's time to cleanse your soul. Emotions have been pushed down. Speak up. A weight is lifted, emotional healing, and break bad habits. Again, that coming end of a tough cycle. We also need to break cycles as well for you guys, pile 2. We need to be breaking some of the cycles that we have been finding ourselves in. This can be mentally as well, in telling ourselves that this is the way that we are. And I feel like a lot of this as well can be to do with illness comes up for some of you here. I know myself, chronic illness, being trapped in that cycle, feeling like the victim and this is my life and I'm not going to get any better than this and I might as well just suck it up and just carry on with the way that I am and just live my life around it. Whereas I realised that is not the way to live and it didn't serve me, and I decided to change my mindset and think more positively, and now I live a much better quality of life than I did before. Like I say, we find ourselves in these situations and there's nothing to feel guilty about. You are allowed to experience those feelings about yourself. There's nothing wrong with feeling that way. It's just we need to acknowledge them and then sometimes change that sort of mindset to make sure that we are moving in the right direction. And then the think on your feet here actually has the number 27 on the top. I want to read the angel numbers. 27, I've been doing this so much lately, I love it. You are being given signs that your prayers are being heard. Trust that God's plan is unfolding and it needs to. So trust that whatever is happening for a reason. Again, these sort of tough cycles, these sort of feeling like, why is this happening to me? That sort of, those negative thoughts. And again, this sort of depression sort of feeling that comes up for some of you. Know that all this has happened for a reason. You needed this to happen to be able to become a stronger person, to be able to learn from these sort of issues that may have arisen, and know that you have the strength to get through this. The think on your feet, you've got all that power within you to be able to change the situations you find yourself in, to change it to a more positive outcome, and to know that it is going to be a positive outcome instead of thinking, oh, I don't know how this is going to play out. Tell yourself it is going to be positive and it is going to work out, because it makes a massive difference. So that is what I have for you guys, my lovely, and I hope you have a wonderful week. Welcome, pile 3. Now I picked this pile as well, so I'm a little bit excited to see what we got. So this is the amethyst crystal that you have chosen, and this is definitely to do with that sort of third eye, that awakening, that opening up, that trusting in your intuition, trusting in the divine, knowing that everything that is happening for a reason. Let's see what cards we've got. We have the bat spirit. A rebirth is assured, and it's the number 5. And then we have the ignite, and we also have work through your fears. Okay, so I can completely take these cards on a whole other level. So work through your fears, working through anything that you feel like you aren't good enough at doing, working through things. It's almost like we're wanting to do things but the fears are holding us back. It's about trusting in our intuition. Again, we've got this purple in here as well, and trusting in our intuition that we are being guided to exactly where we need to be. It's about trusting in what we are being given, what we are hearing, what we are feeling, and knowing that what this is exactly where we're supposed to be going, and trusting in it. There's got to have this trust to be able to overcome these fears. There is a new cycle approaching. We are releasing the old cycle and stepping into a new cycle. We also have the Ignite card, which is this sort of, we are overcoming all these fears so that we can create something, be something, have something, whatever it is that we have been wishing for, we can have, we're allowed it. And it says, let your creativity explode. You have a passion brewing, waiting to be ignited. Turn your ideas into a reality. Stop procrastinating, and your time is now. I can take that so much, can you? Like, that's just me all over. And then we have the Bat Spirit, which is a rebirth, is assured. Again, this sort of letting go of an old cycle, stepping into a new one. So there is this sort of new thing, there's a new change coming, there is new sort of the opportunities, new excitement that is happening around us, and it's the number 5, so my angel numbers here. Number 5, where are you? Abundance is a state of mind. When you feel rich spiritually, your physical life will reflect it. And again, I can connect to that, and it's about learning and trusting in the spirit side, in what you're feeling, that intuition again, really trusting in that, because when you really feel connected and you can really that knowing, that inner knowing that everything's going to be all right and that you're on the right path and everything is happening for a reason, then the physical sort of reality that we live in then projects that positivity into our life, and these things, abundance happens, feeling better health-wise, feeling better in your family, financially, it just all starts coming together and working out for your greater good. But it's about the mindset and knowing that it's happening for a reason. So that is all I have for you, my lovelies, and I hope you have a wonderful week.